What is up, YouTube? I am back today with a video specifically for you cinematic junkies out there. I'm going to be teaching you how to get some awesome cinematic footage directly from your phone. I'm recording this on my Galaxy S5 right now, but I'm going to show you how you can get something as boring as this to this. Let's get into it. Alright, so now we opened up a new project here in Premiere, and what we're going to do is we're going to just load up a few of the images that I have saved on here. I'm going to use Alright, so I put these three images in here because these are the three images that I think best could be used to as an example for what I'm setting up here. So the first thing you want to do, especially if you are going to try to make all of these images cinematic, and before I go into the tips, all of the images that you're seeing right here, right now, are all shot in 4K. I shot all of these images on my phone, which is a Samsung Galaxy S5. I know it's already an outdated phone, but it still records amazing shots, especially when you have good lighting. So this first shot, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to get a good sense for where we want to start with this shot. So right here in the beginning, we start with a sort of blurry shot. We might want to adjust it over here to the beginning. We might want to get this and bring it closer to the beginning, just so that we get a good transition into the focus for the spider that was in front of my house here. So we can start with this image of the spider, and we can immediately go into the focus, as you can see here. The first thing that you want to do, especially if you're setting up a cinematic video, and the first thing that would probably step up your game in terms of the image, would be to give it a crop, give it the widescreen crop. So first things first, you go here into your effects panel over here, and you're going to go and you're going to type in crop, and you're going to grab this crop tool and you're going to drop it in here. The image right here doesn't seem like anything is happening to it, but you just have to go and adjust right here on the top and the bottom. First thing you want to do is you probably want to cut off about 18% of the image. If not, if 18 is too much, you just adjust. So if 18 is a little too much, you can adjust to 12, and you can get yourself a more open shot, and it'll definitely give you a cinematic feel automatically with those cuts right there. And it really does give you that widescreen look. So automatically the image starts to seem a little bit more cinematic, just for the fact that it's got these widescreen bars. So one of the next things that you want to do is you want to adjust the brightness and sharpness of your image. And where you can do that is by simply going to color, the color panel up here, and it will give you this huge panel here with different corrections and different things that you can add on to your shots. So first thing you probably want to do is you want to adjust the exposure, and you want to drop the exposure just a little bit, increase the contrast just a tiny bit, and also, since you want to add a little bit of a more epic shot, you want to add a little bit of warmth to your images. What's really cool is that you can add different types of looks. So you can use different types of camera looks, different types of settings. The ideas are endless here. So I mean, you can definitely get the shot that you really want in here, which is absolutely amazing. So you can play around with these as much as you want. It really won't affect too much until you actually find the specific one that you want. So last time I used this one for a project of mine that involves me using my phone, but I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to adjust the intensity. of this filter that I added on here. Now if I use a lot, you can see that it really sharpens the image differently than if I let it go. Then it looks a little bit faded. So I'm going to adjust it just a tad bit. I'm going to put it at 132. I think that would be good. You can actually add an amount of fade. That way it looks like it's kind of being, you know, faded in there. You want to adjust the sharpness just a little bit, just to get some more refined edges on your focus. If you want to, go ahead and boost the saturation just a tad, just to boost the colors of what you really want, and really get that cinematic feel to it. So basically, you adjust the brightness of your video, you adjust the sharpness, and eventually you go and you color grade what you want. And just in these shots alone, they already start to feel a little bit more cinematic. Now, right here, you already get a bit of a problem, and I'm going to tell you what it is. You don't want, especially if you're filming or getting some cinematic shots, you do not want that background noise working in the background to annoy you. As you can hear, that is my AC unit outside that is making that noise. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to grab an epic sound or an epic song of some kind that would really add another level to your videos. So I'm going to go grab one right now. So now that you've found the cinematic audio that you want to go ahead and drag that in there, and you really want to get that sense of cinematic-ness in your video. So go ahead and try it out to see if it fits with the tone that you want it. And one thing that I really wouldn't, one thing that I would really suggest anybody do is go ahead and add a bit of a fade in. That way it adds more of an ambiance to the actual image. Oh, and one more thing, you really do want to get rid of that audio from the background. So go ahead and get rid of that and get that cinematic feel. Now, another thing you do want to do is make sure that you get a song that fits the video and the feel that you want. So you don't want to put like some sort of cheery music if you're trying to make an epic video, a video with like a lot of, oomph in it. Another way that I would suggest anybody do their video corrections and adjustments and all of that, so your videos can stay the same, is go ahead and go into your media browser. Sorry, your project browser. Go ahead and go into your project browser and grab a new adjustment layer. What I would suggest is go here, right click here, new item, new adjustment layer, and it's going to give you a new adjustment layer for you to work with. Now, adjustment layers, the best thing about adjustment layers is that every adjustment that you give to that one adjustment layer will go through all your other images. So when you stretch it here, and let's say I want to get a good cinematic feel for this, I'm going to use the same settings that I used with the video and crop it out. So for example, if I crop the top here, if I crop 12 here and I crop 12 off the bottom, and add a different color grade like I did last time to this layer, it'll definitely add the true feeling that I want from this video. And every change that you give to the adjustment layer will apply to all the videos underneath it. So you don't have to be one by one and go one by one. Now that we have the adjustment layer with the effects on it and everything that we want in terms of the widescreen crop, the adjustments, the color grade, and the music added, this is the result. Now, obviously, I'm giving you guys a very basic form of what you can do. There's so much more you can do in Premiere, especially if you're working to get a different style or a different type of feel for your videos. You can adjust angles, you can zoom in, zoom out, you can add slide effects. There's so many things, but these are just 3 basic things that you can do with your images that will definitely take it to the next level. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed making this video for you guys and teaching you guys these cool tips for Premiere. If you guys want, go ahead and click that subscribe button for some awesome videos that I have coming up. And go ahead and click that like button to say that you like the video. And please, come back whenever you like. I'll see you guys later.